Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, this running back has been revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered each and every week. We see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Richard. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And those plays, like I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense, keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Finds his tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Going over the top. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, the defense got really lucky there. I don't know if there was a coverage bust or what. There is no way that receiver should have been that wide open. Lucky for the defense, though, he puts it on the ground.
Handoff to the lone back. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Jukes his way for more. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Might be changing the route. Pulls and fires complete to the right. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lopez. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
The Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The give to the single back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up and throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Caught. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And he's in! Touchdown, Seminoles!
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive, first drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
And he tacks on the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll give it to Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. On target to the left. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. As we get a look at the stats, they are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
And they get another first down. And this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs. And a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got it burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
A run for the quarterback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and...
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Clemson! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Makes the grab. It's Riles. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Finds the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. That's caught. It's Riles. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play and they pick up a big gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Noles! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Davidson. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Caught on the left side by Wesco. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Picks up the first down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They want to throw it. Bring in the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Denson. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They want to run this quarterback. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. One more snap coming before... And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. Made a defender miss. Turns it on in midfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 15 team, the Pitt Panthers. Boston College sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He might want another play. To throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Tie ball game as we play in the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Push down for the tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. And the explosive explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Fires to the right. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Just feeds the running back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle.
He smashes his way through again. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Pressure coming. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it. He's loose. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State. The Seminoles back in the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
That's caught. It's Moore. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Seminoles. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Houston comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. That's caught. It's Moore. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Running inside, it's Davidson.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, no! Sanford Stadium in Athens. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Here's a give to Frazier. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On third down, here's Frazier. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And talking to the coaches coming into this game, third downs were going to be big, and this defense specifically, could they match the physicality of this offense? And so far, that was a big no. And because they got it by a good bit. They've got to be able to establish themselves physically and dominate the line of scrimmage.
There's a crease. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Run in the red zone, it's Phillips.
The defense runs that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff for Frazier. Jumped on top of the pile.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Georgia going up tempo. They'll run with Nate Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll give to Frazier. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Marshall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And the timing just a hair off.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw at Stockton. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Puts it out of the air. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He fires one deep down the right side. Here he goes. All the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Release to the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Fights off a defender. Runs it in mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Finds space on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Play action with Underwood. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Throwing, Underwood. Here comes the heat. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll run it. It's Marshall. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rusher.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Frazier. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Pass completion, moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Snagged out of the air. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got him downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from, and all five guys up front doing
maybe a crease. Touchdown Bulldog! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. His huge game continues. Third time he's gotten paid earned in this one, and numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great time between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Arizona taking on the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. And it's Arizona looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Underwood in the gun on third down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. It's Marshall. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. He just